Hi guys, welcome to Crazy Burger. In this video we're going to be looking at the possibility of Broken Sword coming to Evercade. Obviously Blaze have dabbled with point and click adventures recently on the Delphine collection. They probably are not the greatest examples of this genre, but Broken Sword is a total different prospect. Let's have a look at it.
In the fall, the last months of the year and the end of the millennium. The city holds many memories for me, of cafes, of music, of love, and of death.
So I remember playing Broken Sword way back in 1996 on the PlayStation 1 and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I think the first experience I had of this game was playing the demo version that was included with the official PlayStation magazine, and I probably played that demo over and over again. I absolutely loved it, which then obviously got me to buy the main game itself, and I played it through probably a good few times on the actual PlayStation. I've probably played it again a few times over the years on different formats as well, because the game was actually released in various different formats, from Game Boy Advance, the PC, that type of thing. And we've seen some remastered versions recently as well. I think there was even like a phone version too on Apple or Android, I can't remember, but I definitely played that version as well. But I think the original PlayStation version for me was the one that I liked the most. They did do a remaster of it recently, where they added some sort of pictures of the characters, that type of thing, which was actually alright. But the first two versions of the game for me, Broken Sword 1 and 2, are probably the best games of the actual series. We got, I think, Broken Sword 3 and 4 released on different formats. I think PlayStation or PC or something at the time, PlayStation 2 and PC, but they sort of utilised the 3D graphics and sort of done away with the point and click part of it. It was more like a traditional platformy style thing, and it probably didn't work, and it wasn't as popular. They did revisit the sort of 3D style in Broken Sword 5, and I think that was obviously a lot more popular. This was released probably over 10 years ago on Xbox, PlayStation and PC and Switch, and I really enjoyed that version, but it's probably the original Broken Sword 1 and 2 that I have fond memories of playing time and time again. I think the best thing about it was the point and click nature of it was very simple to use. Obviously it was based on the D-pad, and the voice acting, the graphics, everything about it was absolutely fantastic, and I'm a huge fan of this genre. I love the genre, especially if it's done right. Now, the games we had on Delphine are very fiddly to play through and really don't work that great on the D-pad at all. I just find it really fiddly to play. Now, obviously it will be still quite fiddly, but I think the gaming mechanics with Broken Sword were far more user-friendly and certainly more enjoyable to actually play. And personally, I thought the story was fantastic. Some humour in there as well. The characters were quite funny, really cool, and obviously George Stobart was some kind of American. I think he was just visiting France on holiday and got basically caught up in some kind of a mystery with the Shadow of the Templars, and then got involved with Nico, who was the sort of, I think she was a newspaper journalist. Anyway, I'm not going to delve too much into the story, just in case you haven't actually played the games before. But if you haven't, you're in for a massive treat if they do manage to get this onto Evercade. I can't see any massive reasons why we couldn't get these on Evercade. Blaze would obviously have to do the deal with Revolution Software that own the rights to these games. They are still very much active. They are actually making a sequel. I'm pretty sure they're making Broken Sword 6, which apparently is due out in 2024. They are also making a remastered version, or a redux, or whatever it is, a reforged version of Broken Sword 1, which should come to modern consoles and Steam in 2024 as well. So they are very much active. So could Blaze bring these two original PlayStation games to Evercade? I honestly hope so. I think they're fantastic games. I absolutely loved them. I thought the voice acting was superb. The interface is so much more easier to use than the two games we have on the Delphine collection. So it's certainly more user friendly, and I think they're probably less fiddly, no doubt about it. Now, not perfect, but they are a lot less fiddly and easier to actually play. The stories are fantastic. The voice acting is superb, as I've said. But could we see this? I honestly hope so, and I kind of have a sneaking suspicion it might happen this year. I might be completely wrong, obviously. If not this year, why not next year? I don't see any massive reasons why we couldn't see them. Now, obviously, with Broken Sword 2 as well, that was released 1997, about a year later, and it basically just followed on the story from the original game. As I said, we've probably got, I think, Broken Sword 3 and 4, but those games were not quite the same. They were sort of more sort of platformy 3D style games and sort of came away from the point and click adventure a little bit, so they were not quite as enjoyable. Broken Sword 5 returned to the roots a little bit and was definitely better, which was about 10 years ago now, which is on the modern consoles if you want to play that. They also done Beneath a Steel Sky, which was released on the Amiga, so there might be a chance we might even see that game. That was pretty much very similar, same sort of voice acting, point and click adventure, but probably quite obscure, and certainly more obscure to play through than the Broken Sword series. But I absolutely love these games, and I have my fingers crossed that this could happen. Anyway, guys, please let me know, would you like to see these games? Do you like point and click adventures? Personally, I really enjoy them if they are done right and the puzzles are not too obscure. I think these are some of the best examples you'll see of this genre. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you again in the next one. Bye for now, guys.
I glanced over the books, vaguely hoping to find a copy of How to Deal with Poisonous Spiders While Tied to a Chair. No such luck. But I noticed one corner of the bookcase was supported by a loose block of wood. With one mighty bound, our hero was free. Now, I had to deal with that fire. The rope was shredded and no possible use to me. Inside, I found a bottle of tequila. Normally, I didn't drink strong spirits, but today was far from normal. Disgusting. Not only did the tequila burn like hell, I just managed to stop myself from swallowing the worm. There was something short, fleshy, and gross on the carpet.